What the fuck? Anthony Davis just got traded once again, and it's to the Wizards! Hello! The Wizards of all teams has just acquired Anthony Marshawn Davis. After they just acquired Trae Young, mind you, they have Alex Sarr, they have Trae Johnson, they have Keyshawn George, they have Bilal Coulibaly, they have, you would presume, a top 5 pick incoming as well. The full-on trade is Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Lo, and Dante Exum to the Wizards for Chris Middleton, who's an expiring contract, Malachi Branham, who they just acquired from the Spurs not too long ago in the offseason. Marvin Bagley, that's a pretty solid player. 2 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. Mind you, we heard no rumors at all. I just saw a rumor of Sabonis potentially being headed to the Wizards. But no, it's Anthony Marshawn Davis, who was reportedly linked to the Hawks previously, and I just saw a rumor of the Raptors. But it's the Wizards! Yeah, the Wizards, they're doing what the Jazz just did, going out last year and... going out yesterday and acquiring Jaren Jackson Jr. out of nowhere. We thought this was a tanking team, they're going to have a top 5 pick, not making a win now move, and they go out and they get, arguably the second best tradable player outside of Giannis Antetokounmpo. So this is absolutely insane. I had a starting 5 literally right as this tweet came out off the top of my head. I think the starting lineup is going to be fully healthy. Trae Young, Trae Johnson, Keyshawn George, Anthony Davis, and Alex Sarr. Obviously, AD has went out and said they want to look out forward. And then obviously have Alex Sarr, second overall pick. Really should have been the first overall pick, but we all know at the end of the day. But holy shit. Obviously, people come back to the Luka Doncic trade, the fact that the Mavericks got 1 first-round pick on top of Max Christie and Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic, and the fact that Anthony Davis was then turned into 2 first-round picks and 3 second-rounders. It's actually insane in the grand scheme of things that Jaren Jackson Jr. got an additional first-round pick on top of multiple young players in Walter Clayton Jr. and also Taylor Hendricks. But Anthony Marshawn Davis gets 2 first-round picks. Now, 3 second-round picks, which is pretty solid, but still. I think the years ended up coming out on this. But yeah, absolutely absurd. All right, we're back. So Dallas receiving the 2026 first-round pick via the OKC Thunder, which is the end of the year one, whatever. And a 2030 protected Warriors first-round pick in this deal, along with second-rounders in 26 via Phoenix, 27 via Chicago, and 29 via Houston. So it's all ESPN. Those first round picks don't sound appealing at all. Like, what you mean? A Thunder first round pick, a 2030 protected Warriors pick in 4 years where Curry has a decent chance of being retired at that point. And then second round picks for Anthony Marshawn Davis. And you didn't get a single young player back. With all due respect. Oh, my fact. The fact that I didn't say AJ Johnson there. I mean, cool on that. I mean, he was basically just racking up DMPs for the Wizards, but my bad, AJ Johnson. He had a decent game not so long ago, closing out with Scala BCA himself, Will Riley, Sharif Cooper, and Anthony Gill. So that was a game of all time I just spawned into. But holy shit. Got the Middleton contract off the books. D'Lo was getting DMPs. Exum's been out. He's out for the season. I like our brand. I mean, sure, why not? Spurs legend. Marvin Bagley. Like I mentioned, he's actually having a pretty solid season as a backup big. Shout out the Bags. Duke legend and all. But yeah, those first round picks, man. That's just yeah. Wizards projected starting lineup. Yeah. Trae Young, Trae Johnson, Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, and Anthony Davis. And they have a top 5 pick coming on top of that. But yeah, obviously the one thing with Anthony Davis is, can he stay healthy? And obviously, we'll be seated for that though. Trae Young, a plus playmaker with 2 really good athletic bigs and Anthony Marshawn Davis and Alex Sarr. You have the shooting at Trae Johnson and Keyshawn George. Now, the defense leaves a lot to be desired. Now, you do have, your defender in AD. I feel like a lot to be desired in Alex Sarr. Let's talk about that. Trae Young, obviously, no. And Trae Johnson not known for his defense. Keyshawn George is a pretty solid wing defender. Wizards fans, please let me know. Y'all watch every single Wizards game from the things that I do watch. I do feel like he's an underrated defender, but he might be even better than that. But yeah. Anthony Davis, out of nowhere, is a Washington Wizard. Future-wise, it looks pretty good. Anthony Davis, let me look at his contract real quick before I end this off. Anthony Marshawn Davis is a Washington Wizard with Alex Sarr and Trae Young. That's the That's the trio right there, man. Holy. But yeah, he's on a 3-year deal for $175 million, of course. With my luck, Spot Track is currently down right now, so I can't even look into it. Yeah, Anthony Davis is a Washington Wizard. I never thought I would say those words again. It's insane with these rumors that we hear so much about different things, and then something comes out of nowhere, and it's like, wow. So you thought maybe when AD went out that he wouldn't have been traded. Like if he would have traded, he would trade to one of the teams that were rumored. But it was the Washington Wizards. So again, we heard no rumblings, no rumors, no this, no that. It just comes out of nowhere. These are my favorite type of moves. It's just pure shock. It's just like the NBA world is on fire once again. Yeah, we're just fan. How do you guys feel about acquiring Anthony Davis? Mavericks fans, how do you guys feel about trading away Anthony Davis for 2 first-round picks that really don't seem that appealing, quite frankly, right now? Overall, Wizards, I love when teams that I don't know or just make a big time move, just like the Jazz that they get in Triple J. It's just teams that, you would think, oh, they will sell off. They go out and they make a win now move. And it's like, I like that. It's not just like the top of the NBA going out and making win now moves. It's teams that, have had struggles in the past. And it's like, now we're looking out to next season. We trade for Trae Young. We trade for Anthony Davis. We have a nice core around us. We got another top 5 pick on top of that as well. And, of course, both the guys they traded for, Trae Young and Anthony Davis, are currently injured. So it's like, it doesn't really hurt their draft position for this year. So, yeah, it's absolutely absurd. Anthony Davis is a Washington Wizard. After, a couple days ago, it made 1 year since the Luka Doncic trade. And that guy that they traded away, they traded for Luka Doncic, is already being traded away. And the guy that they got back is an expiring contract, A.J. Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley, 2 firsts that don't look appealing, and 3 second-round picks. Nico Harrison, look what you've done. Look what you've done. I really want to see Mavericks fans' reaction to this because this is just absolutely absurd, dude. I really cannot believe this. Traded away a fan favorite, possibly the greatest, potentially being the greatest Maverick of all time. With all due respect to Dirk Nowitzki. Traded him for a guy who's injury prone. He got injured, traded him away. And this is the package you end up receiving for him. That's tough. That is very, very tough. But yeah. Mavs fans, Wizards fans, please let me know. Can't wait to go write about this on Stadium Rant. Look at the description. And, yeah, man. Anthony Davis is a Wizard. Wow. The fact that I said that out loud, it's actually true, is absolutely absurd. But yeah, wow. AD is headed to Washington, man. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, yeah, let me see this underdog tweet. It just came up on my timeline. And Luka Doncic returned from the Anthony Davis trade. Mavericks updated return for Luka Doncic. Max Christie, Chris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley, OKC 26 pick, Lakers 29 first round pick, Golden State 2030 first round pick protected, and 3 second round picks for a top 5 player in the sport. Nico Harrison, man, what have you done? What have you done? Jesus Christ.